Hi everyone, this is another homework problem that gets asked frequently. So we're starting out with a count of bacteria of 900 after 15 minutes, and then it's at 1,100 after 40 minutes. And assume the count grows exponentially. How do we solve this? And so in the blue, we're going to write an equation for the blue information, or the first part. So we're going to say that it's 900, that's the final population, equals an initial population, which we don't know, times 2 to the 15 divided by d power. 15 is the number of minutes, d is the doubling time. You would divide 15 by d to figure out how many doublings occur in that 15 minutes. So this is the equation for the first part of the problem. And notice that there are two variables, and so we can't solve it. We're now going to make a second equation for the second piece of information, the green information. So that tells us that we have a population of 1,100 after 40 minutes. So that's going to be the initial population times 2 to the 40 divided by d power. And so now, once again, we've got two unknowns. So we're going to take perhaps the blue equation and we're going to solve it for I. So we're going to get I by itself. So we'll say I equals 900 divided by 2 to the 15 over d power. So that's what I is equal to. And now we're going to take this I and we're going to substitute it in for I in the green equation. So our green equation will become 1,100 equals 900 divided by 2 to the power of 15 over d times 2 to the power of 40 divided by d. And now what we've done through substitution is we've got a single equation with a single variable, the d. And we're going to do some arithmetic and some algebraic manipulation in order to get d by itself. So the first thing we'll do is divide both sides by 900. So we're going to take this 900, we're going to move it down into the denominator right here. And then we're going to combine the common base 2's. So we'll end up with, if we cancel this, 11 over 9 equals 2 to the power of 40 divided by d divided by 2 to the power of 15 divided by d. And you can use a rule called the quotient rule for exponents at this stage, and that's going to give you 2 to the power of 40 divided by d minus 15 divided by d. So this will simplify our equation to 11 over 9 equals 2 to the power of, and because we have a common denominator of d, we can just subtract these and we'll get the 25 over d power. So this is how we get a single d on the right side of the equation. Now this is in exponential format, and it's tough for us to solve this in exponential, so we're going to convert it into log format. So doing that, we'll get log base 2 of 11 over 9 equals 25 over d. Manipulating this to get d by itself, we'll get d equals 25 divided by log base 2 of 11 over 9, which is approximately 86.4 minutes. So this is our doubling time, the amount of time it takes for the population to double. And if you go back and look at the original problem, you can see after 15 minutes we were at 900. After 40 minutes, or 25 minutes later, we'd only increased the population by 200. So our calculation of 86.4 minutes is not too far off. It looks like it's a pretty good answer if we were to just estimate that. So we know that our doubling time is 86.4 minutes. To determine the rest of the calculations, for example, what was the initial size, we're going to take this 86.4 and we're going to substitute that in for d, either into the blue equation or into the green equation. Either one, doesn't matter. And you should get a calculation for the value of I, which will be your initial value, which you can then substitute here. So once you have these two pieces of information, you can easily figure out when will the population reach 70 minutes and when will the population reach 12,000. So I hope this helps. Remember, take the first scenario, write an equation for it, take the second scenario, write an equation for that, then take these two equations and use substitution in order to solve for one of the unknown variables. Then back substitute in order to solve for the other variable, and then answer the questions. Hope this helps. Good luck.